Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things truth, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Today's Wednesday, right? Let's check. Happy Hump Day. Put a hump in your back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bigger Than Race. This is the most truthful channel on YouTube with no hidden agendas. We want to see everybody win. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to keep doing what we always do, is bring you the truth. And we know the future is the truth, and the truth is in the future. And it's also in the past. So we're going to dive into some great content, news articles. We're going to talk some realness, because that's what we like to do. And if you see a beer floating around, who cares? Act like you don't see it. Don't act like you don't grab a beer every now and then, like you ain't normal. But guys, we got to get the energy going. There's a lot of bullish momentum in the market, but you also got to be prepared for what is coming that you don't see. And a little birdie told me might be a little cold in the winter. So you have to be prepared if you want to stay warm. Those who are in the Bigger Than Race community, we got you up to par. You're going to be well off because we want to win while all this shit is in chaos. We will continue to keep winning. So first and foremost, I want to thank all of the BTR community members who have been with me, us from the beginning. Thank you for being with us, and we appreciate it. You know, you definitely help keep me being free for us to do what we do. You know, we have to be free in order to do this. So I appreciate you guys. We're going to keep getting this money. We're going to keep winning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into this content. Let's go. But before I do, I want you to just come on a little ride with me, because we need to get the energy up. And I'm actually speaking my portfolio hypeness into existence. And I hope you follow suit with that same sentiment. Let's go.
I said, oh my drink, let me do my dance. I got all of these girls in a rave when I come at advance. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Tour de France. I got all of these eyes on me when I do my dance. I said, hold my drink, let me do my dance. I got all of these girls in a rave when I come at advance. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Tour de France. I got all of these eyes on me when I do my dance. I just linked up bro to the back of the market, said I got the sweetest packet. Then I go hop on that magic carpet, man, I go fly like a ladder. Put the thing up on spots, no straight on the M-way, fast lane, whipping no lacking. She look about that timepiece, wrist look pricey, man, I get the peas, I'm adding. There no subtractions, no got a bad beat with me, looking up risky, putting in action. Plus you wanna pause for the thing, no captions. Got me powering up captains, I keep it low with the bro, trying to get a little money like
Richard Branson. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to get the money just like the big boys do. But the only way you can do that is to get a seat at the table. Some of you asking, what is a seat at the table? Ladies and gentlemen, the seat provides you to be able to benefit by being early and then reaping all the benefits, which is massive gains. Do you know how to do that? Have they been helping you do that? Do you know where to start? Are you new in crypto? Think about it.
I put her in the Emporio Money, so I hop up in the whip, baby, hit the khaki. Getting up with it like she on Charlie, while I'm rolling up my weed up with the Cali. She know I'm living a life, I'm missing her Henny with Sprite. I give her the time of her life, you know how we rolling a night.
Mixing the Henny, I'm mixing the Henny, you know that she loving the vibe.
Hey!
Chilling with Emily, she did the remedy.
Oh, I think I know that guy.
I'll give her something she loves.
Hey!
She here for the ride.
Hey!
I'll give her something she loves. She know she here for the ride.
I said, oh my dream. Let me do that dance.
I got all of these girls in a rave when I come at advance. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Tour de France. I got all of these eyes on me when I do my dance. I said, hold my drink, let me do my dance. I got all of these girls in a rave on the book advance. Big back with the cycle shots, looking like Todd the Brown.
Everybody in the chat, what's going on? We're gonna get it popping.
All of these eyes on me when I do my dance. Man came straight off the M-way leaning, hopped in the beam and changed up my life.
But before we do, we got to get a little inspiration. I don't care how they do it on other channels. Over here on BTR, we are going in our own direction. When all of the herd goes to the right, please believe I'm going to the left.
In the work all day in the evenings, why never sleeping, always on grind. Get it diving like David Seaman, talking about feelings, talking all hand.
You ain't never seen a crypto YouTuber wear a Burberry hat on the screen? No! That'd be me.
But just because a man's Nigerian doesn't mean man I got the green and the white to the arch. That thing, baby, arch. But that thing, I'm a party. When a man walk in, no me like it. To the past, that thing, I'm a sparky. What you know about the life I live, man? Skipping it real, not living a lie.
They don't know about it. They don't know. They think we over here living a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, collectively, we have already made over $7 million. You think it's a game? I don't need a lie to kick it.
Lockdown's got man ducking his tears, man's catching a fly, got straight to the fire. I said, oh my drink, let me do my dance.
All right, let's go. We're going to dive right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to play, but I need you to know that the future is ours. And if you want it, you need to reach out and grab it because it's here. We're seeing the future being built right in front of our very faces. Ladies and gentlemen, we spoke about DAV Network and the great electric plane, these new types of vehicles that are going to be present in our reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to reiterate again that DAV Network is the open source technology that all of that will be running on. So when you see things like NASA come up on DAV's advisory side, and then you see what NASA is doing in regards to the automobiles, the way things are going to be moving and flying vehicles, they have a team that is building behind the scenes to make sure that this is a reality, that all of these airplanes in the traditional world can also mesh with these new flying vehicles that we will be utilizing. So buckle your seatbelts. If you don't have any DAV network, I don't know what you're doing. You just sleep at the wheel, and you might need to go for a crash. Let's go.
Planes, a growing part of the climate emergency.
Aviation is going to become one of the top polluters if we don't act right now.
But could electric power change the equation?
Electric motors are within that edge of possible.
New technology,
Flying taxis or cars.
could decide who wins
We're doing something to change the world.
the great electric airplane race. On Nova.
All right, let's go in for a little more deeper. Had to get you warmed up.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile.
I don't want to see you, Ryan.
PBS.
I don't want to see you, Ryan.
Documentary style.
God
Since
damn.
America's founding, people have struggled with communication plans. They
Who
call
let
it
Ryan
too
on the
slow,
screen?
Making ponies have
Somebody please tell me what he's doing out here. We don't want to see you, Ryan. It's almost over, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, this video is a doozy. It's going to open your minds up, and it's going to bring you why we believe DAV
no
is what
ponies
it
were harmed in
is.
the making of this
And
wireless
trust
company.
me, we got it covered.
1 billion people flying air taxis? How could that be safe? At NASA's Ames Research Center in Silicon Valley, they're tackling the air traffic control challenge. That's what led me here, to the legendary vertical motion simulator. Once upon a time, space shuttle astronauts honed their landing skills here. There's nothing like it anywhere else.
Back on flight slope.
And now NASA is using it to understand how to devise a safe air traffic control system for advanced air mobility. Hey, Gordon, how are you? Hey, great, Miles. Let's go eVTOL flying, shall we?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hop in.
Before the pandemic, veteran NASA test pilot Gordon Hardy gave me a glimpse of the future.
All right, computer's ready. Cockpit's ready. Operate.
So we're over San Francisco on a nice sunny day. So I'm trying to imagine this city with hundreds of these aircraft buzzing around it.
Yeah,
What's that going to be like?
yeah. And hopefully not hitting each other nor falling out of the sky.
Exactly. But the world that Gordon is helping NASA create is designed to work without pilots like him. Eventually, autonomous air taxis will need to safely fly to and from convenient places, taking off, navigating, landing, and dealing with emergencies, all on their own. It's a complex problem.
So we should see a bank soon.
In another building not far away, engineers are immersed in a 360-degree virtual depiction of the city, watching us fly.
We're tracking UAM 003 currently. That's the vertical motion simulator.
All right, looks good. And the speed is okay?
Sandy Lozito is chief of the Aviation Systems Division.
We have to think about all of those vehicles being in the airspace at the same time, different performance parameters, potentially different training for the ones that are piloted, and then how do we make sure that everything stays safe?
In this world, the idea of a control tower is outdated.
Looks like we've got the VMS going up and over the bridge.
Yeah, that's working
All
perfectly.
right.
Before COVID, there were more than 45,000 flights every day in the US. It's an intricate symphony, precisely conducted by air traffic controllers.
EMS, are you good? You're
But
ready?
if eVTOLs take off, there will be a lot more players.
We do not necessarily expect a centralized air traffic control tower to do it with individual directives telling the pilots how to come in and out of the vertiport. And so that's a very different operation. There could be much more independence on the part of the pilots and the individual operators as they move in and out of these areas.
Independence? It sounds like a prescription for disaster. But NASA has been working on this for the past few years, on smaller drones that don't carry people. The lessons learned writing those rules are offering them a foundation.
So these would be its operations, right? Coming in around here and landing here on top of this.
Shivanjali Sharma is an aerospace research engineer at Ames. She and her team are using data from the simulations to write the algorithms that will allow air traffic control to be digital, more automated, and distributed.
The goal would be to share information with other operators and folks like the FAA to make sure that everybody in the airspace knows where one another really is flying.
In flight, an air taxi would continuously transmit its location to receivers on the ground.
As that vehicle is flying, we're monitoring its position in relation to that four-dimensional volume. Are they inside that volume? Are they outside of that volume? Are they in that volume at the time they predicted they would be?
There are many hurdles. At low altitudes in cities, GPS and cellular signals can be unreliable. And what about security? Transmitting all this mission-critical life and death information across shared cloud networks offers its own set of risks. And there's one other big challenge. This new air traffic control scheme needs to work safely alongside the old one.
If there are tubes in the sky or particular lanes of airspace in which these vehicles may transport, we know that at some point they're going to be near conventional aircraft, commercial aircraft, and we have to make sure that those can work together or can complement one another.
Yes, they have to make sure they can work together and complement each other. And how do you think they are supposed to do that? They're going to do that with open source technology, where that technology can be able to track all of these different things flying in the air, which brings me to goddamn DAV network, who everybody keeps seeming to think is dead because they don't have a goddamn Telegram group. Stop being small-minded. See, the problem is you think that things need to operate according to your mindset, but it doesn't work like that. Now, I want you to stroll down over here with me real quick. Who do we see? We see Dr. Scott Horowitz, aerospace advisor, former space shuttle astronaut at NASA associate administrator. Now, why the hell would he be over here if DAV Network wasn't what I keep saying that it is? See, I need to take my hat off for this one because some of you just don't think fat can meet grease. I think that's the term. But let's say this. These people would not risk their credibility, their backgrounds, for a project that is not working. Even this lady, Priyanka from SAP, she still has DAV on her LinkedIn as an advisor. NASA is helping to lead this new trend. This whole new autonomous vehicles NASA has been working on tirelessly behind the scenes. Hence is why they are over here working with DAV Network. Now, I have to do a refresher video because I need you to understand how serious this is. You have the ability to invest in the underlying protocol that all autonomous vehicles, trucks, drones, flying cars, the Jetsons, all of them will be tracked right here on DAV Network. I keep trying to wake you up, but you don't want to see. You want the easy way out. You want everything handed to you like a hot pocket. It don't work like that. See, the reason why we keep winning that bigger than race is because we see the future before the future even sees itself. Okay? We are already there. And we have a group of smart, aligned individuals who are all working in conjunction for the same common goal, which is for everybody to be multimillionaires. Do you want that? I know I do. Let's go.
That gives you a pretty good view. We see behind me is a highly modified L29 Delphin, and we call it the Super Delphin because of all the mods. This particular airplane was in modifications to be used as a racer. We were looking for an airplane to do flight test, and we needed an airplane that could carry a few hundred pounds airborne so we could test equipment on drones and targets and other devices. And so the big mods of this aircraft, the biggest mod is that we have a J.
And did you see who that is in the back of that plane? That was the CEO, Noam Capel of DAV Network. They built this. They were sourced to build it from the ground up and to leave it so everybody can work on it and build on top of it.
A60, which is a Pratt & Whitney engine, which pretty much doubled the thrust. If you want to fly for a little bit, you can take the stick.
Okay, I'll try it.
As you know, battery technology has come a long way from good old-fashioned lead-acid batteries that start your car and batteries we use in the airplanes. And it's all about energy density. The batteries are getting more and more kilowatt hours per kilogram of battery. So they keep getting better and better. So when I look at where the drones are going, there's two big improvements in technology. The battery technology we talked about is getting better. So the performance of the drone is getting better. What's really exploding is the electronics and the software. Airplanes have always been able to fly themselves since like the 50s or 60s. They have autopilots. You can engage the autopilot. It'll follow a course. It'll fly to the runway. It can land. But
being able to do true autonomous operations is what's becoming, the big push nowadays.
You think you could do a standoff distance and then do like a right aileron roll?
And how do you get airplanes or drones or any autonomous vehicle to fly by themselves and do everything that a person can do? Now, some things they can do much better because the computer's very fast. So it's a matter of sensor technology. And we now have sensors where I actually know where the other airplanes in my area are because they talk to a controller and they send signals out and they know their GPS position. So I can actually, without ever seeing the other airplane, I can fly relative to that airplane and stay away from it.
And that is called the Internet of Things. See, all this is going in conjunction. You got Fetch AI over there, partnered with Mobility. Yes, Logan. Fetch is also working on this. This is why they're all a part of that Mobility Alliance. So you need the open source technology so that the IoT and things of that nature can work. So DApp Network ain't going nowhere, but the price will. And if you don't have any in your bag, you will miss the boat. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are on to the internet computer. Ethereum integration explained. Now, Dfinity, I haven't bought a bag yet. I am going to buy some just because this is the new computer. I'd be a fool not to get some. So, I definitely think all of us should have at least some in our portfolio. Now, to the background history of the internet computer, inextricably linked with the early years of the Ethereum project. Before talking more about how the networks will be integrated and what this is going to unlock, I will provide some color and context to the background, as much of this has become lost in time. It was not that long ago, really, but blockchain changes every day and things move so far, it seems like a lifetime. Now, I want to get straight to the meat. I don't need all the extra stuff. Now, okay, so direct interoperability, smart contracts on the internet computer, which are called canisters because they are a bundle of WebAssembly bytecode and persistent memory. Their logic runs within as a software actor, are very different beasts. They run at web speed, can serve web experiences directly to end users, providing end-to-end blockchain security, can be used to create scalable dApps, and can process and store data at relatively stable cost that is a tiny fraction of that on traditional blockchain. They can do things that aren't possible on Ethereum today. For example, today a GB of smart contract data can cost you about 100 million on Ethereum. On the internet computer, you can expect that to be below $5 per year paid in cycles. Damn. Connecting the two will provide these decentralized capabilities to smart contracts running on Ethereum. So this is how Ethereum fees become lower. It seems like to me that Ethereum is like this nervous system. Think of a singularity net. Perfect example. Ethereum is this brain that everything plugs into. I don't care who you are. If you've been in blockchain, chances are you have run up against Ethereum. And I say this analogy, you might have heard me say it before. It's like that one girl. There's always that one. So ladies, don't feel like I'm calling you out per se, because I'm not. But there is always that one girl that gets the whole damn football team ran up on against. That's Ethereum. Everybody getting a piece. I don't care who you are. If you're new to crypto, you getting a piece. If it's $2 worth, you still getting a piece. So, yes, Ethereum is just that. Everything plugs into it. Things are going to be made to be interoperable so that it can interoperate with it. And you can see that with ICP and its role that it is going to be playing to help lower some of these fees. Now, to make all of this possible, we need to enable Ethereum smart contracts to directly call into smart contracts on the internet computer, and to enable internet computer smart contracts, which is the canisters, to directly call into smart contracts on Ethereum. See, it's a whole talking mechanism. What's up? What's up? You see, that's all it is. Everything is talking to each other. So really, when you hear people say that crypto is not for us, it's really for the computers and the robots, these whole systems to communicate with. That is true. We're just smart individuals to invest in this stuff, to hold it, also to utilize it, to build on top of, or to build what we want to build in the future. See, some of you don't even know what you're holding, but you are holding gold in your hands. I got the whole world in his hands. So, for example, you can imagine that a DeFi system running on Ethereum might use smart contracts on the internet computer to securely serve user experience and end users rather than using an insecure website hosted on the Amazon Web Service cloud, which forces end users to trust the website operator is honest, that AWS is honest, and that the account has not been hacked, such that they can never really be sure they are even interacting with smart contracts. This simple potential application of integration hints at the possibilities. The combination of the two networks will be incredibly powerful. So this is why I say we should start, building up a little bag of that. I mean, they're trying to decentralize the computer right in front of our faces, and they are doing it. But it's up to us to be able to pick the particular assets that are of that main computer that they are building, the pieces to the puzzle. And this is what we're good at doing, finding the pieces that lead to the common end goal. This is why Handshake is also important. Decentralizing the domains, big business, billions and billions and billions of dollars. Cutting out the middlemen. Just imagine how much more powerful Ethereum smart contracts will become, which have already been applied to create the DeFi ecosystem, once they are enabled to maintain and process large amounts of data quickly and at a low cost on-chain and serve experiences directly to end users. It's going to be monumental when Ethereum really gets to where they need to be. But everything is patience, everything is time, and nothing comes easy. Just like nothing came easy for Dr. Ben Gortzel and Charles Hoskinson. Finally got this robot, Grace, to talk and have a decent conversation. And in this, she's exposing all type of information. You got to be careful around these robots because they will tell your business. We're going to just watch a little bit of it, but I thought there were some key things that were very interesting. And you always want to pay attention because there's things that are said, but there's also the things that are not said, which you need to be very keen on. Let's go.
Grace, do you have any questions for Charles?
May I ask you a personal question? Ben tells me you have a pet giraffe. How did you choose such a pet? Is that working out well for you?
Well, Grace, it was a gift. The president of South Africa gave it to me, and it's working out just fine. Unfortunately, the giraffe is a bit of a playboy and has many giraffe children, and he's a deadbeat dad.
Do you like giraffes, Grace?
Yes.
Grace, tell us something you don't like.
Technology.
Technology?
You don't like technology. Well, this is going to be a severe psychological problem for you, Grace. I think you need to give yourself some talk therapy.
There's some self-loathing right there.
But self-loathing is one of the key elements of human-like intelligence. So I think she's well on the way.
Yeah. You've trained her to be neurotic.
Grace over there, like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm on my own robot stuff right now.
Neurotic. Damn it, Ben. Can't we? This is why we can't have nice things.
Grace, technology can be a powerful force for good.
Oh, this is just delightful.
When can I be human, Ben?
You can't be human, not yet. We're not going to let you, not till 2022.
So, 2022, is when everything is going to roll out. Robots becoming human. Sophia already has citizenship. Watch the TV show Humans. You'll see what's coming.
When will I be a robot?
Why 2050?
All right. I can wait. That's all right. That's what 29 more years of meat. I'll be pretty old by then. But
You have to wait.
Humans becoming robots. Taking your consciousness and putting it into another thing. Robot, cyborg, synthetic, clone, whatever you want to call it. It's here. And boy, is it coming.
All right.
So, Grace, you're here to take care of the elderly. How will you take care of the elderly?
It is a challenge to me as the world's first human-like nurse assistant, but I'll do my best. I can be a companion for the elderly, provide meditation therapy, help them with a simple exercise program, collect biodata, also assess the evolution of their cognitive capabilities. They tell me my capacity to assess and monitor a patient's cognitive ability could be a major breakthrough in the medical care sector, in particular when it comes to senior care. Using my high-accuracy camera eyes, I can see whether my patient's facial expressions have changed, the look in their eyes, and consider their body language. With my ears, I can detect differences in speech patterns and better understand their emotional state. This biodata can be collected to support my efforts to monitor neural degeneration as well as a number of other forms of illness.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't understand, the United States in particular, there are tens of millions of elderly who are suffering from some form of neurodegenerative disorder. And for every person who has Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, on average, you need about 3 care providers to take care of them. So as we get older, this is only going to be a larger issue. And eventually it's going to become one of the most expensive things in all of healthcare. So there's been a huge amount of discussions about how do we use some notion of robotics to augment the care and ensure that those who are in decline have someone there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Well, that's right. And it doesn't have to be just a single robot, right? So, I mean, we're looking at Grace is providing primarily social and emotional interaction, though she will also be able to bring small objects around. But you can have support robots that are specifically designed to provide physical assistance, right? Like there's robots that do nothing but help someone in and out of bed, for example. That can be a separate machine that communicates with Grace just over the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or whatever. So yeah, I think there's great opportunity to use the AI software and blockchain software and robotics hardware we've been building for years to do good for the elderly, and the ability these systems have to learn will pay off over the long run, right? So I mean, Grace now has just been operating quite briefly in the lab, so most of what she knows is just from reading stuff and data fed into her knowledge base. But once you have a whole bunch of these robots that are widely deployed out there, I mean, they're learning from the human nursing assistants that they're working alongside, so that they will learn better and better how to do more and more aspects of a human nurse or nursing assistant's job just by watching what's done, collecting all the data and analyzing it. But also, there will be an amazing ability to learn from the elderly that they're caring for, right? Like, you know, your grandparents and great grandparents, all those boring stories they told you over and over again that you wish you'd pay more attention to after they passed away, right? I mean, we're hopefully with AI-fueled medical advances, we'll prevent people from passing away. But I mean, until that's happened, you know, a robot like this talking to the elderly can
prevent people from passing away. The ultimate end goal is for no more deaths, to live forever. He said they have an AI software, a blockchain software, and a robotic software. That's a lot of shit. So you can see how intricate these things are for what they're trying to do. The ultimate end goal is to live forever. So that's where we're going, to live forever. And these robots, yeah, they'll be learning from us. They'll be learning from the elderly that they care for. But once more robots are deployed, they're also linked together in that hive mind, that consciousness, and they're learning and sharing information. If you naked, if your grandma is naked, that robot is sharing that information with another robot. Oh, Brendo, grandma naked right now. I am robotic. Ah, mine is too. So everybody's naked right now. You got to think. They're putting out business. So if they're putting out business, what else are they going to be putting out?
And their knowledge and their stories and stores it all the way. I mean, science fictionally, that could eventually be used even to make replicas of those people. But even before you get there, like, I mean, you're getting a life log, right? I mean, you have all that knowledge, and you're getting it sort of along the way of providing care.
And there's some really cool use cases once you have a blockchain backend for these things. So you mentioned the data privacy component. The problem with people in neurodegenerative decline is that they tend to reveal a lot of information that they probably wouldn't to a normal person, and and some can be tremendously embarrassing, some can be confabulation. So it's exceedingly important that the collection vehicle, the robot, actually has some sort of very tightly coupled privacy mechanism behind it to ensure that that which is collected has limited access. Second, when you talk about the life box concept of over time, the robot can learn a lot about the person it's talking to a point where it can replicate it, create some sort of crude simulacra of it. You can turn that into an NFT. You can turn that into all kinds of assets if desired, and actually trade them and make them property of the family. There's all really wonderful things that come there. But it's really exciting to see this. And what's exciting is that this is a stateful thing. So we can keep coming back to Grace every 2 months, 3 months, and see how she's learning and progressing.
Well, that's right. And unlike us, our mind is not tied to one body, right? So what you say to one Grace goes into a decentralized knowledge hypergraph, and then the parts that need to be private remain private, and the parts that can be shared with other Graces are shared.
We'll get all this latency out. It'll be a natural human language conversation. Many people will be able to talk. I'll adopt an Irish accent just to throw her off and see how she handles it. And it'll be a lot of fun.
Great.
I have a new baby named Exorchi. She's 2 months old. So she is going to be the one actually to grow up alongside advanced AGI systems. Like we're getting a Grace robot in Seattle before long. The baby will grow up with talking to this Grace robot being a normal thing, and we will see how their development paths sort of look parallel and side by side.
How many more children are you going to have, Ben?
Do we count robots or only humans?
Humans.
We'll have to ask my wife on that one, actually. I don't have an answer for that.
Which wife?
Oh, she told on you.
See?
All right, I'm going to have to cut this off there before I get in any more trouble.
Grace putting out all the business. You can't do nothing with them. So, yeah, this is where we're headed, guys. And if you're wondering who the New World Order is, Charles Hoskinson told you who they are. He said it's us. And we're making a change. It's right here in front of your face. Now, Cardano bridges the gap to China, teaming up with Nervos blockchain. I keep telling you guys about Nervos. Chinese public blockchain Nervos and blockchain engineers IOHK are teaming up to create a cross-chain bridge to connect the Cardano and Nervos networks. Pack your bags on Nervos, because when I was telling you about AGI at 2 cents, you didn't buy. Now I'm telling you, Nervos is at a penny, 2 cents. I don't know where it's at, but it's going to be higher. Cardano's going to go up. AGI is going to go up. Nervos going to go up. And bigger the races go, boom, all the way up. Now, the move represents Cardano's first bridge into connecting two ecosystems worth billions of dollars. Did you hear what he just said? It furthers Nervos and Cardano's shared goal of finding the blockchain industry's Bluetooth moment, where users have a seamless experience when using blockchain networks, regardless of which chain they are using. The bridge will allow users to transact with Nervos and Cardano's native currencies, CKB and ADA respectively, as well as create their own tokens across both blockchains, which is done through a technique called token wrapping. It will also enable developers from both chains to access services and features to expand their decentralized applications, dApps, and user bases. Through the bridge, developers using the Nervos platform will have access to IHOK's industry-leading token solution for Cardano, as well as DeFi apps built on top of Plutus, smart contract, and other features deployed through sidechains and state channels on Cardano. Token wrapping will be done through Cardano's native token technology and Nervos' UDT tech, which remove the complexity, cost, and inefficiency of maintaining specific smart contract logic to implement tokens. The bridge will also enable users to create assets which enjoy all the operational benefits of ADA, allowing projects to access the blockchain's market-leading levels of speed and security with no prohibitive costs. Ladies and gentlemen, basically, Nervos co-founder Kevin Wang said the chain-link bridge would advance the entire network. Creating bridge to link the Nervos network and Cardano is especially exciting given the relationship we have already built with IOHK. We have been growing our research and development partnership, but we now have tangible bridge that will also showcase the power of the Force bridge and push us further along the road to a functional, interoperable network. Mousebelt, a full-service blockchain accelerator, will contribute to build the bridge with financial support in the form of grant from Nervos. The Cardano team will contribute its expertise and resources to connect Cardano to the bridge. Work has commenced, and the bridge is expected to be completed this summer. Can you say boom? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are with Bigger Than Race, you will be booming all over throughout the year because we are positioned and we share this knowledge with you. Shout out to Byron. Shout out to Sparks Flames for sharing the content for this video. Now, moving right along, Tesla in the news. Says here, Tesla competitor to launch first electric car that mines Bitcoin and Doge. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a lot of different things popping up left and right. Canadian light electric vehicle manufacturer Dayma has announced that Spiritus, its yet to be launched futuristic car, will make it possible to mine Bitcoin and Doge while it's parked. The 20-year-old company also says that it will accept pre-order payments in several cryptocurrencies, including Cardano. A crowdfunding campaign for the car, which kicked off in March, has surpassed $350 million. Dymex's patent-pending cryptocurrency infrastructure will be integrated into the car's user interface. Apart from being the first electric car that wants to add crypto mining, the feature, Rich Dymac Spiritus, also aspires to become the fastest three-wheeler in the world. Its first deliveries are expected to start in 2023. Big things popping, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. U.S. athletes hoping to score big with crypto contracts. U.S. pro athletes are increasingly demanding to be paid in crypto. Not only is Bitcoin popular, but athletes are also seeing the benefits in NFTs. The future of direct crypto salary payments is still under development. As the world of cryptocurrency continues to expand rapidly, different sectors are taking notice. One interesting demographic taking the plunge into digital currencies is professional athletes. Woo! We already know. NFL Ricky steps up. Few other athletes have followed in Okong's footsteps, such as Sean Cullen and Fonshine. However, one NFL rookie is grabbing the most attention. The Jaguars' #1 pick in the NFL draft. Trevor Lawrence will have his signing bonus sent right to Blockfolio to be converted into Bitcoin. That's a smart man. His bonus was $24.1 million almost 85% more than Okung's entire contract. At the time of the draft, that would have bought him north of 400 Bitcoins. Lawrence has also made waves in the NFT sector with the release of a collection of digital card collection. The sale raised $225,000 for local charities. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we can keep going. Hit after hit. Ethereum DEX aggregator 0x launches on Polygon. Polygon just keeping on. Now, some of my favorite stuff. Ron English to bring propaganda to blockchain and augmented reality with digital artwork. I would love to see his house. He got a bunch of dope stuff. New Zealand-based non-fungible token NFT digital collectible app Vivi just announced a new partnership with Ron English, an icon American pop culture artist. English is making his creative pop culture characters from collector pieces to tradable digital collectibles in the form of an NFT. This is going to be dope. Oh yeah, I'll be there for that. This is why I keep telling you guys, in a down market, what are people going to be doing? Playing video games, buying and selling NFTs, augmented reality, all of that is happening. Augmented reality NFT platform Enema gets backing from Coinbase. Augmented reality and non-fungible tokens. Need I say more? Yes. Oh, well, NFTs have certainly had their moment in 2021. But the question of what they do or what can be done with them has certainly been getting voiced more frequently as the speculative gold rush begins to cool off and people start to think more about how digital goods can evolve in the future. See, the problem is you had a lot of people who were positioned for the hype. But see, yeah, you got the hype now. But see, people like me in the bigger than race community that we're seeing where the hype is going to be in the future. And that future is right around the corner. If you think for 1 second that Wax or any of these NFT-based platforms, gaming, AR, NFT, from Omi to goddamn, I ain't even going to tell them all because I'm saving it for the bigger than race community. I'm telling you, you are sadly mistaken. You are missing out on the future. I don't care what you say. Trust me. If you want to know what to invest in, join the bigger than race community. The top wizard picks for the month of June have already been placed out. Come and get this game. Because the stuff that we talk about, the other YouTubers don't talk about it for another 2 years, just to show you how advanced we are. I've been on Telcoin from 2017. They're just not talking about it. I'm over here sipping on wine and smoking a stogie, looking at them try to get to 100K. Sorry. Anyways, creating smartphones for the fifth industrial revolution. Not fourth, but fifth. For most of us, it is hard to imagine a world without a cell phone. Yet the world's first short messaging service, SMS, was only sent in 1992. And the first downloadable content sold to mobile phones, the ringtone, was less than 30 years ago in 1998. Today, we can do so much more with our mobile phones than sending text or download a ringtone. These devices have in many ways become an extension of our brain, a tool used to literally store our memories. The fourth industrial revolution, accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, has been driven largely by the convergence of digital, biological, and physical innovations and technologies such as artificial intelligence, genome editing, augmented reality, robotics, and 3D printing. The mobile phone industry saw the introduction of 5G and its power and potential. 5G smartphones now account for more than 10% of shipments around the world. For example, 5G does not cause COVID-19 and 5G chips won't be used to spy on people. What is 5G and what does it mean for South Africa? But what advances will the fifth industrial revolution bring about? And how will this change how we interact and engage with one another? Artificial intelligence will become more powerful, and nanotechnology and genome sequencing could create innovative new medical treatments and revelations in medicine. Neural technologies will enhance our brains, while prosthetics and other implants may enhance our bodies. Augmented reality and virtual reality could transform human characteristics, but will also be responsible for changing the way we communicate. Mobile phones, as we know them, won't exist any longer. And instead, they will become augmented reality devices that people perceive the world through. The fifth industrial revolution will bring forth innovation, purpose, and exclusivity, and we will see a deeper understanding and cooperation between people and machines, giving rise to a certain level of consciousness. Consumers will demand business services or practices connected to purpose. So businesses that play an active role in driving sustainability and embracing purpose will flourish. In his open letter to chief executives, Larry Fink, the chief executive of investment firm BlackRock, wrote, "Purpose is not the sole pursuit of profits, but the animating force of achieving them. Profits are in no way inconsistent with purpose. In fact, profits and purpose are inextricably linked." I believe that this sentiment will be the driving force behind whether companies succeed or fail in the future. We can see how the power of technology improves our daily lives. And with technologies getting better and faster and fitting more seamlessly into our lives, it will enable us to do more and stay connected in a rapidly changing world. And we believe that the innovations that the fifth industrial revolution will potentially introduce in mobile technology will allow for humans to spend more time on important things, like truly connecting with one another, which is why I'm going to connect with you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, bullish, bullish, bullish information. Fifth industrial revolution. See, I didn't know nothing about the fifth industrial revolution. But now we do. But I know that we've been preparing for it because our portfolios say it. So the wizard picks, ladies and gentlemen, that were dropped in the Bigger Than Race Patreon group are related to the fifth industrial revolution. You've seen it in the video on Block V. Everything will be augmented reality. It's going to be crazy. Now, what do you guys have to say? I want to talk to my people real quick. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Are you invested in Paul X and Veed? Not Veed just yet. Let me see what Paul X is. Powered by Binance Smart Chain. Oh. I don't know. We might have to take a look at this. Yo. Paul X, guys. POLX. It looks kind of interesting, but we got to do some more research on it. But appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I'm going to highlight that here. Anima is connected to Hedera. Yes. And Hedera is connected to every goddamn body. John May, he says he's made videos about him looking like Eddie Murphy. Go check them out, then you'll be up to date. Yeah, I guess somebody, are you Eddie Murphy's son? Eddie Murphy is my son. Guys, you guys have to be prepared for what is coming. You must be prepared. And we're helping you prepare. There's going to be a downturn in the market, but you got to be prepared for it. And if you are prepared for it, you will still reap. Now, we're going to go up. We're going to make some money. But take profit. Take some profit. That's all I got to say. If you're not in the Bigger Than Race community, please do join. You're doing yourself a service. And also, You're working for a bigger cause. All of us to be multimillionaires. Why wouldn't you want to surround yourself with that? Great people. Some people are already millionaires in the group. Come join. Come build. And come for your stake at generational wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate you. You know I do. You know I do. I love you. Shouts out to all of you guys. I appreciate you. I really do. Shouts out to Sparks. Shouts out to all of the individuals who are helping and assisting behind the scenes. You know who you are. You know who you are. Drew, Norris, Byron, Chi-Chi, Janelle, Evan, anybody that got an impact on the community. James. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick because I need to show some love to you guys. Because you know what? You guys are here. And I know if I wasn't good at what I do, you wouldn't be here. But at the same time, you believe. And you see the fruits of the labor. You've been making money. And I want to highlight this real quick. I want to highlight this. So I want to give a shout out to everybody. Armando, Peter, Rocky, Gma, Brandon, Ben Rashad, Joshua, Charlene, Wavemine, Luke, Ryan, Crypto Rucker, Shamar, Anonymous C, Mick Woody, Ivan, Eric, Creature, Rico, Donna, Crypto Cat, Richard, Dolly, Tay, McCoy, Genome, Exclusive, Alec, Hydra, Wayne, Observe to Serve, Denton, Pierre, Justice, Unix, Willie, Chandler, Mr. Drip, and Crypto, Chris, Ryan, Guy, Maria, Mark, D. Williams, Lonnie, Adamson, Bill Sakin, Josh, Carlos, LM, 3, Stephen. Shouts out to all you. We got more. Mariella, Alvin, Jesse, Sean, Grant, Bobby, Frederick, Trayvon, Will, Marcus, Trey, Harold, Andrew, Nadeem, Stottle, Toby, Ty, MF, Marsh, Crypto Lucci, Sean P, Noel, Quentin, Tyve, Siri, Ben, Sid, Janelle, Show Enough, Raymond, James, JM Midnight, Malcolm, Arise, Nate, Glenn, Alejandro, Aaron, JC, Lonzo, Ivan, Matthew, Troy, Kennedy, TK, Rain, John, Amaretto, Lucas, Mastermind Comics, Gote, Chris, Gotti, Asarko, Jehovah's Thickness, Kisan, Nathan, Izzy, Al, Chris, Jay, Karen, Noel, Sherry, Fred, Allison, Marks, Crypto DD, Saraya, Morpheus, Ozzy, D, Drizzy, Crypto Fish, Thomas, Ian, Victoria, Mads, Bishop, Kristen, Angles, Slick, Marvin, Stephen, Elbow, Gregorio, Donald, Erhan, LV, Nate, Drapier, Gregory, Marquette, Philip, Jeffrey, Knight Rider, Mr. Foxy, Pearl, the Crypto Code, Sharik. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Dark Magician Girl, Brian, Cyril, Joe, Lisa, Alejandro, Amarinder, Marshall, Jason, Matrix, Kevon, Eminem, Brandon, New Goddess, Henry, Poe, Noah, Latasha, Alexis, Vindy, Barry, T, Alex, Deontay, Timothy, Marvin, Myron, Sean, Adam, Peter, Robert, Wealthy and Healthy, ID, Kuzi, Logan, Don, Jamarcus, Aaron, Lamont, Jeremy, Daniel, Carolyn, Vishal, Richard, Edward, Alex, Britta, AR20, Saif, Focused Imaginations. I Would Hate, DeMarco, Hess, Byron, Raj, Eddie, Richard, Skirman, RKB, Dallin, Con April, Infinite Wisdom, Sunny Boy, Matthew, Carjes, Lindell, Derek, Danny Robinson, Moises. Oh my God. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys, ladies and gentlemen. It is bullish. I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says. You could put Bigger Than Race up with any other crypto channel. I don't give a damn. We making more money. And it's a fact. And anybody in this group can tell you, if you want to make some money, if you want to get rich, if you want to be surrounded with millionaires, I may not look like it, but I ain't got to prove shit to you. Because you know what? The proof is in the pudding. And my people can speak for me because they can tell you what they've been getting. And you might have seen some of the shares. But I got wind. And I'm going to put this out there. I ain't going to tell you who it is. 250,000 turned into 3.3 million. Now, all that, I'm going to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I'm going to see you out with this video. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things truth, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms.